Lecture by CYC Chen Cynthia. You can pause anytime you need. 你可以随时按下暂停键。Make sure have your tools ready. Hello everyone. Today we are going to doing something for summers. So during the summertime, I like to go to the beach. So I remember when I was young, I went to the Hawaii. I see a lot of palm tree. Okay, so today I'm going to teach you to do the palm trees with the markers. Okay, so first of all, you need to place your paper like the vertical shape. So we have enough space for us to do the palm tree. All right, so even we are doing with the markers, but we start with the pencils in case something happened we will not change, right? So pencils and eraser. So that's allow you to erase something. Okay, so I want you to have two lines. We are going to divide the paper in three. So that's it. So we are going to divide the paper in three columns. 1, 2, 3. So that's the middle one. 1, 2. Okay, so I'm going to have a tree a little bit like a bend curve. And going down. Okay, then we are cutting the tree, the trunk part as the slice. Cut, cut. It's very random. Cut, cut, cut. Very, very random. Alright, then the palm tree, they has the coconut. So we also can say that is a coconut tree. So we're going to have some circles. Actually, it's oval. And they actually has a lot of them. When I was little and I saw a bunch of them, and they all looks like the grapes. There has a lot, but we are not going to do that much, okay? So I just adding 5 of them. All right. Then we are going to adding a bunch of the big leaf. It looks like the fan. So from the middle coconut, curve out, curve out, curve left, goes down, goes down. All right, then I want you to do a double, like I want you to double line it. 1, 2. So these are one piece. So 1, 2 around. 1, 2 around. So when I put the X is the middle line that we add. Okay? When I put the X is the middle line we have. So we are going to have 1, 2. 1, 2. Alright, so I want you to prepare 2 different markers, and we will going to do it step by step all together. Alright, so first of all, I want you to find the 5 markers. So let me zoom in. We are going to do the trunk first. Alright, so remember we cutting the trunk as the slice, right? So here is what we're gonna do. We are going to overlap the trunk a little bit and going down. One more time, going out and coming back. And you see it looks like the cake or the stair, right? They are not on the same level. They are separate. They looks like the stair. So that's it. I over the trunk a little bit. I over the pencil line a little bit and coming back and coming back. See, it looks like the stair. See the angle here? It looks like the stair. Okay, so we keep adding it like the stair all the way up. If you have the coconut there, you have to going to stop right there. Okay, then we will have the coconut. Alright, we are going to do it step by step, so you don't have to do the leaf yet. Don't do the leaf yet. Alright, so for now, we only finish the trunk and the coconut, and the trunk looks like the stair. Alright, so I want you to close the fine markers. We're done with the fine markers for now. Alright, now I want you to grab the thin markers. Looks like this. But if you don't have the thin markers, you can grab your pencil crayons to help you. Okay, so either one. You can use the thin markers like the needle. You also can use the pencil crayon. Okay, so what do we need? This one. So let me zoom in. So I want you to add in the line like the hair brush from the top of the cake right here. Some long, some short, some long, some short. But they are not going to touch the bottom. They only shows on the top. Okay, and we are going to do all the layers from the bottom all the way to the top. Okay, so it will look like this. A bunch of the lines. Okay, then one more. Then all the way up. All of them will look different. Okay, I think you understand what we are gonna do now. So now you can begin. So remember, if you don't have the Sharpie or the markers looks like this, you can use the pencil crayons to do it. Alright? Alright, so we finished the trunk. Now we are working on the coconut. We are doing basically the same, but there is one more step. So we are having the coconut looks like this, like something melting, right? So curvy, 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 waving, waving, waving for each of them. For each of them. Then we are adding the same thing, the hatching. On top of the coconut is very short, not too long, only on top of the coconut. Okay, then we're done with the trunk and the coconut. Now we are making the leaf. It is a little bit tricky, so we were going to do one leaf all together. Then you can start to do the rest of them. So I'm going to show you this one first. So let me zoom in one more time. So you can find your fine markers, but if you're afraid to make the mistake, you can start with the pencils first. So when you finish, you can coming back to use the markers to outline it. Alright? But I will going to use the markers so you can see more clear. So first of all, we don't trace the middle line. We use the fine marker to outline then see, I add in a teeth right there. Add in the teeth, follow the lines, add in the teeth inside, some big, some small, some short, some long. Looks like a building, right? But see, I follow the pencil line. I follow it. And on the other side, you have to curve in. See, all the bricks, all the building is go into the middle line. So where I put the X, right? All the line we are making that goes in. And we follow the pencil line. And I'm going to stop right there because this one belongs to the other leaf. Okay? So the leaf will look like this. Okay? So now I believe you understand how we are gonna do the leaf. Okay? So now you can begin. And again, if you're afraid to make the mistake, you can start with the pencils. Alright? Then you can trace after. So when you're done with the leaf, then I'm going to use the thin markers. Alright, if you don't have the thin marker, you can do it with the pencil crayon. So remember, we have the center line right there. We use the thin marker to double line. What do you mean double? So we trace the line and do it one more time on the side. So you're going to have a double line. So one more time, we trace on top and adding another extra one next to it. Okay, we trace on top and do the double next to it. Trace on top and double it. Trace on top and double it. Alright, then you can erase all the pencil line that we don't need it. Alright, then we were going to have our 3 minutes water break. So during the water break, if you are not able to finish your joint or tracing, you can use these 3 minutes to complete your work before we start to colors. Alright, and you also can go to the washroom, drinking some water, and you can do some exercise. Alright, but don't forget to coming back after the water break, because we are going to have the coloring together. welcome back everyone. So you need to have your color markers because we are doing markers today. Alright, so I'm going to teach you how to use the marker to do the blending. So you have to find the similar colors. Alright, so I want you to pick two colors, the neighbor color for the trunk. So what do I mean the neighbor color? So I have yellow, blue, and red. So they are what? They are the primary colors, right? So all the color is coming from these three colors. Okay? Then what is the secondary color? So when the red mixed with the yellow, you got orange. When the red mixed with blue, you got purple. Okay? So when the yellow mixed with the blue, you got green. So those are the secondary colors. Alright? So which means the neighbor color, the yellow's neighbor color is orange and green. The green's neighbor color is blue and yellow. The purple neighbor color is red and blue. Okay? I can even place even more. For example, if I want to have the yellow green, see? So they will be the neighbor color for each other. So I can have the even like this. See? If you have the markers like this much color, so you can find it. See, you can find even more colors around. So you can find the neighbor color even more. Okay? So now I want you to pick two colors. So I want to use the brown. So the neighbor color could be the yellow. So that's two similar colors. So let's see how I'm blending it. Let me zoom in. So I use the brown color first, the darkest color first. I'm going to color the bottom half. Then, before it dry, I use the yellow to color on the top and mix color at the middle. It blended. It become one color. Okay, so one more time. I color half and use the yellow to color on the top first. And see, these are two separate colors, right? So I have to use the yellow to overlap the brown a little bit. Do you see the difference? So that's C. If I don't blend in the colors, the color will look like this. Browns and yellow. They are two separate colors, right? You can separate yellow and brown. But when I color the browns, then color the yellow, and see what I'm doing? I use the yellow to overlay on the brown. Forward and back maybe 2 or 3 times. So it's blending. I got the middle color. So now here this one is separate, but this one is blended. Okay? So I want you to try. You start to color with the dark color first. You start to color with the dark color first. Then use the light colors and overlap on the dark color maybe 2 to 3 times, and the color will blend in together. Is that clear? Now you can begin. We start to do the trunk first. Then we will do the rest of them for the next step. we are going to color the coconut. So try to use the different color from the trunk. Alright, so we were going to do the blending as well. So this time I'm going to use the green colors. And not this green, I don't want this green, I want this green. And the yellow. Okay, so that's it. I colored the yellow at the bottoms. See, I over what? I over the wiggle line that we made. So you have to do the color over the wiggle line, and I use the light colors and blend in on the greens. See? So one more time. Color with the first color you choose and overlap on top of the wiggle line, so you have to over it. Then use your second light color. Second color has to be brighter. Okay. Now I think you're ready to do the rest of them, right? So you can start. Alright, so now we are working on the leaf. So we basically doing the same thing but a little bit different. So this time I'm going to pick another two green colors. One is much darker and one is the same color I used for the coconut, and you can use the other colors. Alright, so I colored the dark greens first. Okay, I color half of the leaf, but see, I'm going to color almost all the way down. Almost all the way down. But leave some space at the bottom. Alright, then use the light green. I use the light colors to blend in the middle. That's it. So the leaf doesn't have a strong pattern, okay? It only has the dark color on the top. And very, very small area to color with the bright colors. Okay, about here. Then I'm going to use my brightest color to do the blendings. Okay, then use the middle color, you use the second color to color the middle. That's it. Alright, so now you can start to color the rest of the leaf with the markers. Alright, you don't have to use the green one, you can use any color you like. Okay, now you can start. So when you're done with the colors, remember what we learned before. We learned about the pattern. So you can use the markers to create the patterns, okay, as the background. So I'm doing something looks like this. Present there on the sand. Okay, there on the bottom. So you can add in the pattern so you don't have to cut it in that much. Then remember I said I like to have the beach. So I'm going to add in the pattern for the beach. Okay, so you don't have to copy the same thing as I do. Even you want to add some background like the clock, like the umbrella, like the people or the boats behind, you can do so. Alright, you don't have to do the same thing. But sometimes when I add in the pattern, it's saving more time to do it because I don't have to color too much. Right? So feel free if you want to add something right there. Okay, then I'm going to have a sun. The sun is here. Okay, I can do something like this, like the sunrise. It is also the pattern. I don't have to color the skies. I just add in the rain. Okay, so it's your choice. Again, you don't have to do the same thing as I do. Alright? So try to do your best to fill the background to make the drawing looks complete, not too empty. If you're just doing the palm tree, you will just like, you might need to add something behind so the drawing looks like a complete work, right? Not just a small practice. Okay, so when you're done, don't forget to find a spot to sign the name and write down the date so we know you actually complete your work and you also check the work. Hopefully you enjoyed the class today. When you complete your drawing, sign the name and write down the date. 完成画作之后，签下你的名字，跟写上日期。Don't forget to take a photo of your drawing and send it to us. 不要忘记帮你的作品拍上照片寄给我们哦。And don't forget to clean out the table before you go. 不要忘记清洁你的桌子哦。Bye bye, see you next time.